Hello there. Yes, I'm making this and I'm being a bit of a jerk while I'm making this. But November 18th of this year, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet releases, and I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream, and I would like to see you all there. That's right, November 18th. That's a Friday, 24-hour stream. I will be doing it, and I will be having fun. So come on by, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, do all that stuff, and yeah, we'll have fun. So we saw this one coming. We saw this one coming from a mile away, and we knew it was going to happen. And CBR tries to do a little bit of cover for it, but Lord of the Rings of Power audience shrank every week. A new report suggests that viewership from Amazon Prime's video, The Lord of the Rings of Power, steadily declined with each new episode. But yeah, we knew that was happening. We knew things were up. This show was a disaster from start to finish. We knew issues were happening, and we knew that there was no interaction in the show. People weren't watching it, and these numbers were constantly being inflated, essentially. New reports show that viewership from Amazon Prime Video, The Lord of the Rings of Power, contracted every week during its inaugural 8-episode run. According to an analyst from Variety, Nielsen reports indicated that the show earned 1% fewer minutes streamed every consecutive week. So I have to give, and CBR does, actually I give CBR some credit on this article. But the problem with using Nielsen's with Amazon Prime is that it only tracks TVs with the Nielsen app. Similarly to several of these other streaming services, you have to have this particular thing in order for them to track it. I think Roku has it. So it's hard to get these streaming numbers, and the only people that actually have them are Amazon, but Amazon only pipes up about their inaugural first 2 episodes. They don't talk about any of their other episodes. They don't champion any of those episodes. So you have to go with that. You have to take note that we're not getting the full picture. With comparatively few viewers starting the show in the weeks after it's premiered, the show also seemed to have its largest drop off after its first 2 weeks, which showed a decline around 20%. This suggests that a good amount of viewers who streamed The Rings of Power early on gave up on it pretty soon afterwards. We saw that coming. The show was crap. There was no engagement. People were coming to YouTubers to watch what they had to say and not the show, because people hated this. While Nielsen, and I have to give CBR some good credit in this article, it is actually pretty good. They do have to do some backing for Amazon, but they do a decent job. While Nielsen metrics only measure US viewership connected to televisions with the Nielsen app, I believe Roku has it. I don't know what all has that app. Excluding viewers streaming on other types of devices like PCs, Xbox, things of that nature, the visible downward trend is notable in the trades analysis, which sees it's a problematic for the show's future growth. Yet The Rings of Power is still making victory of its impressive early viewership number, according to Amazon. We investigated ourselves and we found ourselves to be doing just fine. The Lord of the Rings prequel series saw an impressive 25 million viewers in the first 24 hours after its premiere. Again, that is from Amazon. And remember, and CBR doesn't go into this. I don't remember where I saw the article. I did a video. I'll have it linked somewhere around here eventually. But it was shortly after the season finale. The Prestige came out, and that knocked it down. So it's no longer in the top spot. More people were watching the Prestige, and CBR doesn't take note of that. These numbers made it Prime Video's most watched series premiere to date. Yeah, but 25 million was also right around similar to House of the Dragon, and House of the Dragon kept going up while Rings of Power kept going down, so that's not a good sign. However, the show also saw a spike in demand following its October 14th series finale, which, yeah, people will now go and watch it and binge watch it, so those numbers will stay, but it's no longer on any of these charts. And if it is not super high. It's still getting beat out by Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, not Cobra Kai, Stranger Things. Those are still beating out Rings of Power. According to Parrot Analytics, there was an impressive 55.7 times increase in viewership, which was an all-time high viewership number for season 1, because a lot of people were watching House of the Dragon, and then we're going to start Rings of Power and not watch them simultaneously like I did and suffer through one of them and then rejoice at the other one. Those numbers may bode well for season 2 of Rings of Power, which has officially begun filming outside of London, England. The show's executive producer, Lindsay Weber, already teased that the show's creators have some epic things in store for the new episodes, saying it's going to be grittier, more intense, maybe a little scarier, now that Sauron's true identity is finally out in the open. And they have to say that to try to keep hype up, but there's a good chance that you've already scared off a large chunk of people because season 1 was so bad. There's a 2 to 3 year gap in between season 1 and season 2. You've already lost a lot of people. Not a whole lot of people are going to wait for this when in 9 months, closing in on 8 months, we're going to have House of the Dragon back. And people are going to be watching House of the Dragon. They're going to forget all about Rings of Power. Weber wasn't the only one who made big promises for season 2. The Rings of Power co-showrunner Patrick McKay said that the new season will be bigger and better on every level by an order of magnitude. Part of this may have to do with the fact that he and co-showrunner J.D. Payne took audiences' criticisms from season 1. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt he's taking our criticisms into consideration. I highly doubt that. Because they can't accept that they were wrong. They can't accept that. They can't come out and say they were wrong. They can't accept that their show was shit. The cake was kind of baked before the audience response came in. We were giving you the response before you even baked it. Currently, you look at audience response and you see what characters people love and what kind of storytelling moves them. Nobody liked this show except for weirdos. And explaining that, while he and McKay aren't overcorrecting for any of it, you probably should. They are listening to people's responses and calling us racist for not liking your show. Racist, sexist, misogynistic, all that. You hated us, and that was in your marketing. That's why people started turning away, because they saw who you truly were. I don't think season 2 is going to actually chart. I don't think it's going to do well. You have Nerdrotic says 2 years before season 2 comes out. I'm leaning in between 2 and 3 because I agree with Adam. You're going to have reshoot times. You're going to have all this stuff. So there's 2 to 3 years. So somewhere in that when season 2 comes out, you have to try to hold people for that time. You are going to lose people. You have House of the Dragon. You have a bunch of other things coming out. People are getting hyped up for what DC has in store. So, what? Am I supposed to sit here and just wait? Again, I think it was a CBR article, now that I'm thinking about it, but there was an article, and again, I'll have my video linked. The Prestige came out and immediately knocked down Lord of the Rings from top spot on Amazon Prime. The amount of controversy around the show, the amount of disdain people had for this show, it destroyed this show. Lord of the Rings is doing just fine, but people look at the show and see it's a crappy fanfic. That you're not going to be able to pull off these numbers. Now, we are never going to truly get what the actual numbers are because Amazon's going to hoard that crap to the bitter end and only come out and say 25 million viewers on our first time. Because when the numbers are good, they'll admit it. When they're not going to say a damn thing. They're not going to give you an actual number. They'll just say 25 million. So with that, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you excited for season 2 in 2 to 3 years? When do you think season 2 is going to come out? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with all your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a video and go live. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.